record it happening now. So to go over what I just shared, if you're tuning in for the replay, describe the history of the situation as much detail as you can, really, to fit as much as you can right now from the history, as much as you can. And now, if you want to describe the situation as it is right now, what is the fear for you like right now? How does it impact your life? The current situation around fear. How is it impacting your life? And just write a few words. Just allowing yourself to extract that, to really chat. Yeah, just bring that out. It's really doing really great work. This is your own personal. Just describing how it impacts your life right now. And just giving you another moment with that. That's great. And I would like you to just, if you could short it, if you could phrase it down, all that you've put past tense and present, if you could put it into a phrase, a short phrase. And what do I mean by that? Just something we can chunk all this down. The phrase will contain the past and the present. And it could just, you know, it could just be like something as, I live in fear and I'm afraid to live. Some, you know, that's just an example of what the short phrase could be, but what it could be a personal statement for yourself. Fear stops me from living, or something like that. Whatever it is, just chunk it down into a phrase. And if you have any trouble with that, that's how, you know, don't get too caught up with it. It's okay. And once you've done that, I want you to just close your eyes and ask, is there a symbol or an image of the situation, of the fear? Is there a symbol or image that comes to you of the fear? Maybe it's chained, maybe it's a sense of being put in a box, chains, a stone, something heavy, something, you know, it could be anything. It could be a texture, it could be a shape, it could be geometry. I just want to ask your higher selves and your guides to bring forward a symbol of the fear, of the fear of the situation. And I just want to ask, before we go into this, you know, right at this moment, how much of a problem is the fear in your life right now? How much is it affecting your life right now? How much does it bother you? 0 equals no problem. 10 equals worst possible. So from 0 to 10, 0 being all is fine, I'm not in fear. 10 equals it's worst, the worst possible. Just gather that. You're doing really well. I know it's a little bit of extraction of the energy and information, but the more we got to work with, the better. And just give you that moment. And if you want to draw the symbol, put that down. This, the symbol will contain the energy and information. An empty space. And hi everyone, Bernadette, thank you. I'll just check in the chat. I see an empty space. If it's an empty space, that just go with that. That's fine. It's just, you know, all is well, whatever's there. I want to ask you all now, how does it feel in your body, the fear, or in a part of your body? Just, is there any sensations when you tune into it? Just close your eyes and go inside. Right? Is there any sensations in or around your body? Where do you find the fear when you think about it now? Where do you find it within your body? Maybe maybe just a blanket of fear, maybe a numbness, a disassociation. It could be just be a part of your body that feels it, maybe stored in one of the organs. Just feel into that. And there might be multiple sensations. There could be sensation one, sensation two, around the fear itself, where you find it. Just feel into that now. You're doing really well. And again, as much as we can, just feel into that. Just sense it without indulging too much stuff, but just feel in or around your body. And now, how much do your thoughts, self-talk about the fear bother you? About what this is? Is there any kind of thought process that you go through that you can put right down? Whatever the fear is for you. Is there a thought process here? Mental chatter, thought loops, things that you tell yourself that stop you. That keep you in fear. That keep you afraid of fear. That keep you away from facing fear. Your fears. And maybe ask for clarity and insight. Is there any external beliefs that you picked up as well around this fear? Maybe it's external reality. You've picked up what other people have said. And just write a few of those thoughts out if possible. And then we're going to move to the emotional level. And, how much do your emotions about the fear bother you? Maybe there's anger around the fear that's in your life, or that's been projected onto you, the current world situation, the collective. Maybe there's rage. Maybe there's sadness. Maybe there's numbness and despair. Shame, anything that one would like to be shared, be spoken for. And we're pretty much complete now with what is needed. And if anyone would like to throw in anything into, and I just want to just ask you all, what are your numbers that represent, just asking your higher selves to give you a number that represents all of this now? The physical, the emotional, the self-talk, or the past and present, the symbol. What number represents the fear and the situation? If you could just put that into the chat, or 7, 4. It's all good. Just coming into this, so yeah, feel stuck but not fearful for my services for society. That's okay. So you're really representing the society and bringing that in. That's great. To allowing that number 10, number 7, that's great. All is welcome into this space. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to go into this now. I just want you to, just claim yourself in this moment. I'm just going to do a screen share. We're going to speak this together. And I'm just going to screen share what's here. We're going to share this affirmation together because we're going into a group transmission now. I will just screen share fear. So, and you can speak this out loud. So really, okay, so out loud. So the fear is here, and to speak it out loud. Yes, I do not need this anymore, and I'm willing to release it to the group for this transmission. And then on this night, I am now choosing to bring my energy field into accordance with my guides and the support that is here to my benefit, with the intention to release one aspect of the self that has been hidden in darkness, that will now be brought to the light in perfect healing, in perfect love, and in perfect freedom. And I'm doing this of my own free will, with the understanding that the process of this will be a decision made and carried forward in Christ consciousness, in high frequency, in love, and in valor. I am choosing this of my own will because my growth is my responsibility. And as I attend to my growth, I realign my energy field to this next level of creation. I'm now choosing to do this. I'm allowing myself to do this, and I am free to do this with these words. I am word through this intention to release that aspect of the self that is now required to be transformed in higher frequency for my own highest good. And I do this of my free will, with the ability to know that I am of service and I'm being served by the group and by the guides in attendance. I am word through this intention. Word, I am word. So we're going to release the aspect of the self that's been hidden in darkness, hidden in fear. So our intentions are set. I invite you all to just close your eyes and go inside now. Just to set up this space where you're going to be comfortable, that you've got all that you need in this now moment. I'm just going to on-screen share. You get centered. So just get centered now. Just well done for sharing. Well done for extracting and being present and willing to move through this. I invite you to just close your eyes and go inside and move your awareness first to your belly center, your lower dantian. Put your awareness there. Send the energy from your belly center down into the core of the planet, Mother Earth. Put your energy down in and send it down with your intention. Or if you wanted to visualize a cord or a pipe that runs down into the Mother Earth, into Gaia, and just connect, say connect, internalize and say connect. Feel strong, feel supported. She will assist with this transmutation of the fear that's here and in the collective. And now just feel that support, but move your energy to the base of your spine. Run the energy from the base of your spine slowly, move it upwards, all the way up through the top of your head, aligning you to the universal mind, aligning you to the quantum field, aligning you to your centers, aligning you to your infinite healing selves, aligning this group. In this now moment, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I just want you to all just visualize in your mind's eye all the energy and information. Just know it's there. If you're not very visual, that's okay. Just sense the informational fields, the energy's there around the fear, the situation. Just feel it in front of you. See the symbol in front of you. If you didn't see a symbol, see that empty space in front of you. This is your holographic healing space. This is your space that you're in. We're working together in here. The guides are working with us. Just say separate now. Intend to separate yourself from your situation. Just separating this group now from their situation. Okay, just have it all out in front of you, the symbol, and then the number that represents this now. And I'm going to start now to bring in the energies to work with this group. And I'm going to be going through so many transmissions. All you have to do is receive. If you fall asleep, that's okay. So I'm just going to invite the beings into this space now. I'm going to speak and tell you what I'm bringing in so you understand. Okay. Activating the Arcturian dimensional bridge frequency now. Inviting the Arcturians into this healing space to work this situation in an open way. But first, I would like them to center and balance your systems to receive these transmissions. To receive these transmissions now. Just to center and balance you. Now, I'm inviting in the violet blue Arcturian Galactic Dragon to work with your systems in an open way. Activating the Arcturian violet blue dragons to bring you into a space, an open space of healing with you now. Just allow them to work with you and your situation. Okay. You understand that you're in this space. Just receive, just run the energy from the base of your spine out through the top of your head now. I'm going to start to bring in these clearings now. So I'm going to disentangle the group and reintegrate the local self, personality self, ego self, infinite self, and reintegrate you all into the situation right now, your situation. I'm calling in all past, present, future life information around healing this fear to be brought into the systems and into the fields of everyone in this group now. I'm going to unpack all this now, in the perfect time. This will be open to you. It's going to shift the dimension of this group to an optimal one now, bringing in an optimal dimension for everyone in this group. Dimension 1, dimension 2, dimension 3, dimension 4, dimension 5, dimension 6. Thank you, thank you. So now we're going to disentangle you all in this group from mind, matter, space, time, energy, information, morphic fields. Disentangle, reintegrate you all into that now. Thank you. Now we're going to bring in the intergalactic beings in yin yang balance to work on your physical bodies now. In correlation, working with the dragons and the Arcturians. Just receiving these healings. Whatever comes up for you, just allow it to move through you. Please show me the directional spin of this entire situation around fear for everybody in this group. Going to reverse in that other direction maximally. We're going to stabilize it. Let's be permanent. We're going to release this now. It's going to start to ask the Arcturians to balance, start to cleanse and energize your 7 subtle bodies, your physical, your etheric, your mental, emotional, causal, divine, spirit bodies now. Cleansing and energizing on all levels. Just run the energy from the base of your spine all the way out through the top of your head. Disentangling from Disentangling from the collective group morphic fields, disentangling from the word fear, disentangle from fear itself, the power of the word of fear, disentangle from the morphic fields of fear, disentangle from the collective group field of fear, disentangle from energy and information that is not necessary for you now, disentangling from fear on a collective level here and now, disentangling from all of that now, disentangling from all of that now. Please show me all the disconnects within this group. Aligning all these disconnects, the highest expression of healing now. Now bringing in the intergalactic etheric body frequency, yin yang balance to work with you. Please show me what the group needs to disentangle from around their situation of fear. Disentangle the group from all of that now. I intend to release these patterns of fear to the light. I'm word for this intention. I'm word. I'm word. I'm word. I'm willing to release these groups, intentions, and fear patterns to the light. I'm word for this intention. I'm word. Source, can you please take care of these patterns of fear, the situations of fear, this group in the highest and best way of the greatest good of all, in all probabilities and dimensions. Please show me everything that needs to be reintegrated here. Reintegrate for this group now. So we're right now activating the silver black Arcturian flying dragon to come into work with any detrimental forces, thought forms around fear, any stuck tapes, any astral shards or projections, any energy and informational fields, any parallel influences or negative space one influences around fear and the situation, around anything we're connected to that's detrimental. Asking that to find silver black dragon to work with you all now. In correlation, working with the Arcturian dimensional bridge frequency to really assist your subtle bodies now. So we're going to ask for your numbers to be given to you now. Ask for the number that represents the current situation, the current number that represents, it may be still as it was, it may be dropped to 0, it may be 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, whatever it is now, it's asked to be given the most accurate number. So right now we're going to take that number, that represents the energy and the information, the portal for all of this. I'm going to take it down, we're going to collapse it all down now, collapsing it down to the 0 point field here and now, collapsing it all down to 0. Taking it all down, collapsing it down to 0 here and now. Now we're going to bring in a healing spiral, a healing vortex, and expanding it to infinity within that. We're going to collapse that down. We're going to bring in a seed of creation. All the bits and pieces and parts of the fear that's in this group can be put onto that now. And we're going to expand it to infinity within that, and then we're going to collapse that down now. To receive these healings, just have an open heart, and a group intention to release all of this now. Just run the energy from the base of your spine out through the top of your head. I'm going to collapse all of this down again, collapsing all down, bringing all the geometry in that I work with, dodecahedron, flower of life, tree of life, Metatron's cube, octahedron, bringing all these geometries into this space, the healing helix, the healing spiral. We're going to take it all down now and collapse it all down, expanding it to infinity within the group in this holographic healing space. Just receiving these healings. Run the energy from the base of your spine out through the top of your head. I'm going to work with the group hologram of the kidneys. So I'm going to check, I'm going to optimize and align now the kidneys. So we're going to work, optimize this now. Left kidney, optimize this now. The ureter, the renal vein, renal artery, the cortical blood vessels, optimizing all of this now. Optimizing interclover blood vessels, the minor calyx, optimizing the medulla and the capsule in the kidneys now, left and right kidneys, optimizing optimizing those now, assisting the body to release any residue of fear in the kidneys now, intending for that now to release, intending source, please release any fear stored in the kidneys here and now. The highest and greatest good of all. Asking the intergalactics now to work on the astral body frequency, which is the mental and emotional space, around fear, around thought forms, around projections, around binds, anything that holds you around fear, and asking the Arcturian dragons to still work with you as well. And also bringing in the Arcturian dagger frequency now to work on the thought forms, mental space, to break down any thought forms that are in fear. Also going to work within the ear, the anatomy of the left ear and then the right ear first to optimize, and just if there's any fear or any energy stored here for it to be released now, optimize it. The earlobe, optimize the outer ear, auditory canal, optimize all of that now. Optimize this for the group hologram. Optimize that now. Optimize all of this now for the left ear. Just releasing what it is now and still transmitting these frequencies too. So if you just want to run the energy from the base of your spine out through the top of your head as well. And we're working on the anatomy of the right ear now. So can you please take care of any fear in the ears, the water element for the highest and greatest good, the highest and bestest way. Optimize all of this now. Optimize this. The group hologram. Optimize all of this now. The group here and keep on receiving. Doing really well. Still transmitting the frequencies. I'm going to work with the bladder anatomy now. Where fear is also stored. For you to just to clear and cleanse and optimize these organs. Optimize all this now for the group. Optimize all this now. Optimize all this for the group. Thanking you. Just run the energy from the base of your spine and through the top of your head. You're doing really well. Still, still working dragon frequencies, the intergalactic frequencies. So transmitting them to you now. So I'm going to ask now to be shown what are your numbers that represent the fear, the situation that you brought into the group at the start. Just ask for a number to be given to you now that represents that. It could be 0, it could be still as it is. We're still working, remember, we still be working for this entire healing space. So now we're going to take that number, we're going to collapse it down again. We're going to align it to the 0 point field. Okay, I'm going to align it to 0, disentangling from 0 and reintegrating this group to 0 now. And collapsing it all down to the 0 point field and expanding it to infinity, to its highest expression of healing. We're releasing this fear now, disentangling from fear. I'm just going to work to disentangle us away from this now, disentangling from the ego, disentangling from the personality self, disentangling the assumptions, disentangle from expectation, disentangle from opinions, disentangle from outcomes, disentangle from judgment, disentangle from self-judgment, disentangle from blame, disentangle from guilt here, disentangle from fear, disentangle from other negative emotions that are here for you, disentangle from positive emotions, disentangle from distorted emotions. We're getting into a balanced, neutral space here. Disentangle from emotional instability here. Disentangle from over responsibility here. Disentangle from over attached compassion. Disentangle from limitations. Disentangle from time. Disentangle from past. Disentangle from present. Disentangle from future. Disentangle from spiritual beliefs. Disentangle from religion. Disentangle from beliefs. Disentangle from parental thought forms of fear. Disentangle from the morphic fields of fear. Disentangle from any ancestral burdens around fear. Disentangle from ancestral thought forms around fear. Disentangle from collective humanity's thought forms around fear here. Disentangle from inappropriate information. Disentangle from inappropriate information processing. Disentangle from inappropriate interpretation around fear here. Disentangle from thoughts. Disentangle from negative thoughts. Disentangle from positive thoughts, logical thinking, illogical thinking, habitual thinking. Disentangle from negative experiences, negative associations. Disentangle from the conscious, subconscious, non-conscious, superconscious mind. Disentangle from any yin-yang deficiency here. Disentangle from yin-yang access. Disentangle from cellular memory of fear here. The cellular level. Disentangle from fear at the cellular level here. Also now activating the Arcturian white-winged Pegasus frequency, emotional body frequency, to bring back any soul loss that is connected to the fear of your situation, bringing that back to you now. Working, weaving correlation with all the other energies here. Disentangle from any other physical factors in the physical body of fear that are holding on to fear. Disentangle or from anything else blocking in the alignment with the infinite self here. Disentangle anything else you need to disentangle from. Now we're going to align to the infinite possibilities, aligning to presence, aligning to truth, aligning to clarity, aligning to awareness, aligning to discernment, aligning to enhanced sense perception here. Aligning to the appropriate information coming through for you now. Aligning for the information processing, neutral interpretation, aligning to brain integration, aligning to brain-mind integration here and now, aligning to brain-body integration, aligning to sensing, aligning to knowing, aligning to intuition, aligning to the dynamic balance of intuitive senses and appropriate thinking here and now, aligning to the emotional ebb and flow, aligning to dynamic balanced emotions here, aligning to quiet mind, aligning to the dynamic balance of thinking and quiet mind, aligning to grounded, aligning to connected to this earth in this now moment, aligning to connected to spirit, aligning to centered, aligning to light, aligning to expansive, aligning to strong, aligning body integration, aligning to mind integration, aligning to spirit integration, aligning to chakra integration here and now, and aligning you all, aligning to the meridian integration, this group, aligning to yin yang balance, aligning to the auric field integration, aligning to body mind integration, body mind spirit dynamic balance, aligning to time, all times, beyond time, space, all spaces beyond time, multidimensionality, aligning to high vibration for this group, aligning to the highest good, the highest purpose, the right action, to transcend action, to being, to manifestation, to acceptance, to allowing, to gratitude, aligning to evolution, aligning to willing to evolve, aligning to the evolving body, mind, spirit, aligning to willing to flow, willing to grow, aligning to change in self, to change in others, to changing world, to stillness, aligning to the microcosm, to the macrocosm, to the whole, to the infinite self, aligning you all to your infinite selves here and now. Okay, I'm going to start to bring through the intergalactic causal body frequency, any karmic seeds, anything around this situation, to start to burn those now, to try and asking for yin yang balance to work with your causal body. You're doing really well, just running the energy from the base of your spine out through the top of your head. What direction of spin will incinerate the elemental of fear right now? In this group. Okay, speed up in that direction maximally. Stabilize at that speed, permanently release that now. What direction of spin will incinerate the elemental thought form, the collective thought form of fear in this group now. Speed up in that direction maximally. Stabilize at that speed, permanently release that now. Okay, we're going to work with the amygdala, the brain right now. We're going to target that area, doing really well. Just receiving these healings. Okay, so we're going to bring in some brain balancing frequencies as well. Arcturian brain balancing frequencies. I'm going to work with the amygdala to help release fear here. I'm going to work with that now. Optimize that for the group, optimize all this for the group. You should think in a so bring it into alignment, align to the emotional responses that are appropriate, align to processing and consolidating memory, aligning to hormonal secretions, aligning to the right automatic response associated with fear. It is aligning this to optimize this, the amygdala here. Disentangle and reintegrate the amygdala here. Working with you all now. You're doing really well. Now asking the intergalactic spirit body frequency to work with you. Yin yang balance, bringing that through, and also the Arcturian white wing Pegasus spirit body frequency to work with you and bring any akashic information to you, any relevant information for you here and now, to align you, aligning all your 7 subtle bodies to be balanced, asking the Arcturian frequency to work with your 7 subtle bodies again to balance them now. Still transmitting the brain balancing frequencies to working with your amygdalas here and now. Transmitting these frequencies for you to receive them. You're doing really well. Place on the directional spin of what's left here. Situation. Okay, we're going to reverse it that direction, maximally stabilize. That's been release that now. I'm going to bring back and work. Dragon wants to work with me directly, so I'm going to merge with the dragon now. One moment. Still transmitting these frequencies to you all, to your systems. Asking the Arcturian blast frequency now to work with you in an open way. And also asking the intergalactic frequencies to work with you in an open way. Bringing some calmness down, chaos to get an upper. One last run. If there's any numbers that were still represented here, just bring them forward now. We're going to take whatever number is here. We're going to collapse it all down to the 0 point field. Collapse it down, turn it to 0. Now, take it all down, bringing all the geometries in again, collapsing it all down to 0, expanding it to infinity in this holographic healing space. So just want the earth to take away any energies that are still here. Ask them to be sent into the earth. Just asking the arcturian neural net frequency to work with your nervous systems in an open way. Just receive this now, just to restore some energy for this moment while you're just letting go. Asking whatever's here to leave. Go into the earth. So what I would like to do now, I'm just going to call you back, and it doesn't matter if your number is still a number, it will be be working in this holographic healing space till we leave. So if you still have a number that represents the information and energy of the fear, the situation, it still has a number to it, don't worry. I'm going to be working with it all through this. But I just want to call this group back now. Calling all the parts of you back. If you fell asleep, wakey, haven't got a bell, but I can clap. Just calling you back. Calling people back. Calling Nina back. Just come back grounded, come back connected, come back into the here and now. I know Nina was very tired and she's sleeping, and that's okay. She said she would probably have a nap. We'll let her sleep, and that's okay. I'd like to bring in if you'd like to put your numbers into the chat, and then we'll share. What it is as it stands now. It's okay, 3. That's okay. And to know that it's still being worked on in this group format. That 3, that 1, I'm going to be working with it through the rest of the transmissions that we're going to be going through. So just having it in that holographic healing space. We'll let Nina sleep unless I haven't got a bell. Drew's doing some work with someone upstairs, so maybe the bell would have. But it's okay. We'll let her drift, and her higher self is receiving. Just aligning to that now. And does anyone like to share anything, what their process is right now? And we're still in it. Remember, this is a 2-hour journey.
Yeah, feeling the very cold around me, you know, that old stuff around me, and just going off, I think.
There was a lot happening then. It's like there's a lot
Thought
going
there
on.
was. Yes.
There's a lot going on then. I was just being pulled in all directions to work on different things. It was just there's just so much stuff coming in and out, and yeah, I just wanted. It's hard to gauge, isn't it? So I'm just like,
yeah,
good to come back for a moment.
I felt I came out of my body and stood next to it.
Interesting. Yeah, and maybe that's needed for it to be worked on at some level.
Yeah.
And to know that it's still being used. Thank you, Janet. And Michelle?
I've got it all stuck in my solar plex.
Okay.
It's like it's heavy and it's a little bit uncomfortable. It's all stuck in my solar plex.
Okay, that's great. So I can work with that. So wherever it's still connected and work with, we'll drop back in then first before I'm going to work with you all again. And thank you for sharing. So it's in your solar plexus. Is there a color for this?
Yeah.
Right? Is there a color that comes up for you for it in the solar plexus?
It's like a deep orange.
Deep orange. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to bring through some galactic colors as well now as well. So we'll go back into the transmission state, but I'll check in with Bernadette as well. But Bernadette, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay, thank you. I've got down to 1.
Yeah,
I feel all right, to be honest with you. Thanks.
Yeah, that's okay. That's good. That's good. So we're going to go back into we're going to go back in because there's still, it says Resi. I don't want anyone to be uncomfortable. So we intend to go back in and just be comfortable, and we're still working in this holographic healing space. So inviting you all to come back inside again. You are connected to your infinite selves. You are here and now. Separate yourself again. See the situation in front of you. Separate now from all of it, the numbers that represented that, the energy and the information, known and unknown. Michelle from the solar plexus, and we integrate that now. Source, can you please release Michelle and take care of this fear that's stored in the solar plexus? I want you to just say out loud, Michelle. You don't have to really unmic this. Just say to yourself, I'm willing to release this fear to the light. I am word through this intention. I am word. Disentangling you from your fear in the solar plexus. Now, source, please help take. Okay, Michelle, have her release this for your highs and this is what I just go. You bringing in the intergalactic orange band frequency to work this group. sphere. Michelle. Okay, I'm going to reverse in that direction maximally. Stabilize at that speed, permanently release that. Now, I'm going to take whatever numbers that are here now, take it down. See the numbers and the energy that represent that now in your space. Take that number, whatever it is now. We're going to collapse it down. 3, 2, 1, aligning this to the 0 point field. Collapse it all down to 0 now. We're taking it all down. You're doing really well, Michelle. You're doing really well. Janet, you're doing really well. Bernadette and Nina, our higher self is doing really well. Activating the orange red intergalactic Arcturian flying dragon to work this group in an open way around fear and their situation. Arcturian flying dragon. Please show me all the disconnects here within this situation for everybody. Align all those disconnects to wholeness. Disentangling this group from what they think their blockages are. Disentangling what other people think your blockages are here and now. Disentangle what common sense and conventional wisdom says your blockages are around this now. Disentangle what other people's thought forms and opinions are. Disentangle from the collective thought forms and opinions here. Disentangle from the ancestral thought forms and patterns around this situation. Disentangle from karmic blockages. Disentangle from past blockages. Disentangle from present blockages here and now. Disentangle from future blockages. Disentangle from time blockages here and now. Disentangle from space blockages. Disentangle from physical blockages in your body. Disentangle. Disentangle from blockages in your environment. Disentangle from any mental blockages here. Disentangle from positive thoughts. Disentangle from beliefs, assumptions, and negative expectations. Disentangle from any mental loops. From reversals. Disentangle from denial, disentangle from any resistance of healing here now. Disentangle from suppression, disentangle from any overwhelm here now. Disentangle for the conscious memory of any traumatic experiences that's connected to. Disentangle from non-conscious memory of traumatic experiences here. Disentangle from any emotional blockages, holding on to emotions in the body, in the chakras here and now. Disentangle from any of that now. Disentangle from over identifying with the emotions. Disentangle from need to overfeel these emotions. Disentangle to need to feel emotions physically, tears, crying, panic, rapid heartbeat, adrenaline, heaviness, fatigue in the body. Disentangling from all of that now. Disentangle from overreaction to emotions, suppression, going out of body. Disentangle from old emotions stuck in various body parts. Disentangle from old emotions stuck in the auric field here around the fear of the situation. Disentangle from any entanglement of mental and emotional blockages. Disentangle from the empathetic resonance with other people's blockages. Disentangle from any spiritual blockages here. Disentangle from any energetic blockages in your body. Disentangle from any energetic blockages outside of your body. Disentangle from financial blockages. Disentangle from life purpose blockages. Disentangle from any relationship blockages here, any career job blockages here, connected to this. Disentangle from any archetypes, astrological, cultural, mythological, religious, national, political, any academic, psychological, scientific. Should disentangle from the morphic fields of fear here and this situation. Disentangle from any habits, disentangle from any patterns, routines, reactions, behaviors. Disentangle from all internal limitations, disentangle from all external limitations. Disentangle from all of the known, unknown, non-conscious blockages. Disentangle from having these blockages, having no blockages. Disentangle from cause and effect. Still transmitting these frequencies to the group. Arcturian. Orange. Red dragon to work with you. This group. Please show me what is here. Please show me all the disconnects. Allowing all these disconnects to wholeness, the highest expression of healing now. Aligning the highest expression of healing. Show me all the everything else that needs to be disentangled from around the situation of fear. Disentangling from the group for all of that. Please show me everything that needs to be reintegrated here. Reintegrating all of that now. Lord, amazing. Thanking you. Please show me what else is needed. Okay. Now we're bringing in the arcturian repatterning of cells frequency to work on you on a cellular level. To work on this group on a cellular level. You targeting fear, targeting anything on a cellular level. To working with the frequency. Arcturian patterning of cells. So we're going to take what else is here. Still transmitting these frequencies to in correlation with the dragons, in correlation with the intergalactic energies, being bathed in these energies to support the release of the fear of the situation. I'm going to take take what is left here. We're going to collapse it all down to zero, taking it all, the whatever number is here, collapsing it to the 0 point field, collapsing it down to zero now. Collapsing it down to zero, aligning you to infinite selves. Disentangling from fear itself. Okay, just one more time, just collapsing all down again. Whatever number it is, collapse it down to the 0 point field. Turn it down to zero, align it to zero now. Taking it all down to zero. and expanding it to infinity, its highest expression of healing, the absence of presence of healing. Oh, Shuna Kuran, aligning to love, aligning you to your centers, aligning to the here and now, calling all the parts of you back into this moment, into the now. We're still going to be working, so don't worry if it's not gone. You're going to be going through some more journeys. I've found a bell, so I'm going to be annoying. Calling Nina. Calling us all back into the space. Calling you all back safely. So I'm going to let you come back around to where you are. And don't worry if you kind of fell asleep. That's okay. Just calling your higher self in. Drink some water right now. Definitely drink some water, because there was a lot going on. And if you need to go to the toilet, go to the toilet. Have a moment. Release. If you need to. Yeah, it looks, that's good. That's a good sign. Everyone's releasing. How are you, Bernadette? You okay?
All good here, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just calling back and calling everyone back to the center, to the here and now, all parts of you back. And we'll just do a quick check-in. This is still processing, this is still going on. And your numbers, whatever they represent now, are still being worked on. And I just want to ask, where are you, Bernadette, right now? What does it feel for you?
I would say I've gone to 0 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
No problem. And what would you say you are, Michelle? No.
Yeah, I'm about a 0 now as well. I feel very chilled.
Yeah.
That pressure's gone. It got caught in my throat for a while.
Yeah.
But a nice big belch brought that right out, and it's like, poof, all gone. Thank you.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad. That's good. Yeah, it needed to. It was going to. Either way, it was coming. But whatever.
Yeah.
Good release.
Yeah. It's gone. Released.
Yeah,
For
that's
sure.
great.
Yeah.
That's good. How about you, Janet? Thank you, Michelle.
Oh, I'm nearly there. I'm one.
Okay.
But I felt a lot leave
Yeah.
when my body was jerking, so I could feel.
Yeah. Just a lot
feel
going on. So just in your mind's eye, just take that one, all the energy and information, and just move it aside. It's still going to be worked on now. You don't have to focus, but it's in the center of this group. We're all working on this. So if it's one, it's still there, but I'll still be working with it as well. So that's all good. And Nina, I just wanted to check in. How you feeling?
Yeah, it was very relaxing. I went very, very deep. I kept drifting in and out, but I really enjoyed it. And I went to a 0 after my 10.
That's awesome. That's good. That's great. That's exactly perfect. And we're all intending for those. Janet's want is to intend to move to 0 as it's being worked on. So what I'm going to do now, you're already nice and relaxed. I know you're. It's a good time to get some relaxation. I want to work with love and fear itself, and I'm going to guide you into what is a Syrian alchemy process. It's going to be a guided meditation. So if you fall asleep, I will send you the video again. But we're going to work with this polarity itself, which with love and fear. And it's going to be a guided energetic meditation. And because this is, the opposite of love is fear. And this is what we're having to deal with. I'd say we're having to become neutral in the face of fear, so we can transmute it, we can lift, we can see it, we can take the fear, we can lift it to a higher octave. Whatever we see out there, we can transmute it and lift it to a higher octave. We can lift it to we can bring it to an upper room, an upper level where we're transcending this stuff. We are shifting, and what we've done here ripples out to the entire collective. what the issues that you brought in for around the collective and your personal, lifts it for the collective, because this is what we're here to do as well. So, but this, you know, between fear and love, fear's job is to be fear. It has many labels. It has many, you know, there's many words for what. Witiko is another name for fear, which is a native American around fear, a psychological fear that kind of runs through humanity. It has many different labels, but its job is fear. Its job is to be fearful. Its job is to replicate itself. Its job is to keep us in a small space, to keep us in the dark. But that's its job. We can lift that. We can see it for what it is. It's a detrimental force that's playing its part in the whole of creation that is here, and we can use it as that. We can face it and melt it. We can transform it, and it's ushering us on. You could see it as an evolutionary force. Without these fears and tests, we wouldn't move. We wouldn't be challenged to refine the diamond. So it's all about seeing things differently and knowing we can lift this. And fear is a liar. Fear isn't truthful. So really just knowing that, and it's his job to make us and create fear. So we want to move into love, but it's also finding balance in all of this between fear and love, a 0 point, a neutral point. What we was working with just was a 0 point feel, this collapsing things down. Because when we come from a neutral space, we're aligned with the universe, we're aligned with ourselves, we can make better decisions. We're not in a positive imbalance of polarity. We're not chasing love, we're not chasing that, you know, we're in a neutral point, in a balanced position. And what this kind of Syrian alchemy, this is from the Syrians, it's a guided kind of energetic meditation, which is going to bring us into love, into balance, and make you connect to the golden lake of creation, the oneness, the field of love, the golden lake. So this meditation is Syrian alchemy. I invite you to close your eyes, take some deep breaths, comfortable breaths. And I just want you to use your imagination. Just get comfortable right now. Align your spine, align your center. Use your imagination, feel the experience, know that you're there. Use all of your filters. If you can't see, feel. Just experience it, taste it, live it. So I want you to imagine yourself walking in a forest. It is the perfect temperature. Your heart feels light. You feel light. Your heart feels light as you're walking. You experience yourself walking through this forest. As you walk in the forest, you see a beautiful golden lake. And the sun is setting. And as the sun sets, it is very inviting. I would like you to put your feet in the water. Feel that your feet are in the water. The water feels so good. And you'll walk a bit deeper up to your knees and feel that you are, experience that you are into the water, this golden lake. You notice that the deeper you go, the more comfortable you become, and the tension releases out of your body. The water is chest high, you feel, and then it goes up to your neck. Your body is fully relaxed, as if you can feel the light of the setting sun in your cells through the water. Take a moment to enjoy this experience, to feel the experience, to sense that you're there. Now I want you to begin to breathe the water through your heart space. Breathe in the beautiful golden water and breathe out whatever wishes to leave at this time. It is so comfortable. Just begin to relax. As you relax in the lake, your heart is naturally open. And you start to connect to the feeling of love for the universe. This is the natural state of consciousness for you. Your capacity for receiving love is endless. You are resting now in this love, in this quantum lake. Allowing yourself to be so open, no protective shell, naked to the universe, and so loved in this moment. As you expand the human self, the parts of you, your ego, may be resistant to the process of evolution and change and transformation. We're going to work with the polarity work, with love and fear. And as you're feeling the expanse of love, can you also feel the part of you that may have fear, that has fear? I'm not suggesting you switch to the fear here. Rest in love, but recognize the part of you that has fear. It doesn't matter what the fear is of. Can you allow both experience to exist simultaneously? Can you rest in love and fear? This paradox creates an alchemy. As you allow these two emotions to coexist, breathe the experience even more deeply into your heart. You might feel a mix of feelings that you have not felt before. As you allow these two emotions to exist, fear and love, it is as if a doorway opens within you. As you move through this doorway, you experience tremendous expansion now. The energy in the lake feels alive. You have a sense of so many other beings in the lake. The other beings in the lake have succeeded into integrating polarized emotions into one. You and they no longer resist. You just feel. Feel the hearts of these beings. These are beings from your star lineages, beings that came before you and took the same road of integration and awakening. Through this inner work, your heart ignites. It is as if a flame becomes brighter. The flame helps you burn away polarized emotions you no longer need here. Maybe you feel guilt or shame. Maybe you feel resistance to loving yourself. Anything ready to transmute now enters that flame and begins to be burned away. as it burns. It's as if your vision gets clearer. You clearly sense the other beings in the lake. Some of them wish to connect with you. Stay in your heart space and reach out to them. Invite them closer. Take all the time you need here. As you stay connected to these beings, notice your surroundings in the lake and the forest. You realize it's not really a lake filled with water. It is filled with energy. This is quantum consciousness. You are made of love. Fear is but an illusion. Yet fear is a bridge. Everyone must walk over the bridge, over this bridge. And what awaits you on the other side is magnificence. When you are ready, you will walk that bridge, and you're walking that bridge now. And when you are ready, I want you to start to bring your awareness just back to your body. Calling you back. It's calling you back to the present moment. Just calling you back into this now moment. Just calling you here and now. And I'm just gonna calling you back with my trusty bell. And if you fell asleep, there's always the recording, but now you are always receiving. And if you were seeing things before I was speaking, then that just means you were already in the hologram. You're already doing what you needed to do. If you were ahead of time, all is well. And if anyone would like to share anything they got from that experience, then that you're welcome to do that.
Hi, James. What I seen was basically like the mists of time. And as I crossed the bridge, there was people at the other end of the bridge.
Yeah. Beautiful. And what does that mean to you? What does that feel for you to do that?
Oh, that was all my loved ones. All my loved ones were at the other end of the bridge.
Yeah.
Which was just, it was beautiful, really beautiful.
Yeah. And that's that doorway. That's that bridge that exists already within you. So you can always take this journey again to see them at any time. So, you know.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Bernadette. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
I think, hi, James, I had a moment of overwhelming fear, I think.
Yeah.
But I felt that leave me.
Yeah. And
overwhelming love for these universal souls, these star beings, just brought me to tears, how much I love them all.
Yeah.
And then I was told I was crossing the bridge, leaving the fear and coming into the new dawn.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
That's it. That is it. Thank you, Janet. It's true. That's the truth. That's what's happening. What we're doing here now, and what we have been doing. Hi, Michelle. What did you?
I was surrounded by lights and orbs, different colours and different sizes. But I feel really, really peaceful.
Yeah.
I didn't really have. I was walking over the bridge, but my bridge seemed to be a little bit longer. I didn't get to the other side of my bridge, but I was. I I felt like I was drinking champagne. I got all those little bubbly sensations. Yeah, it was bizarre. It was lovely.
Yeah, and maybe I should have bathed you
lights.
longer as you walked over the bridges. So maybe if you wanted to do this again, go over it and then kind of like, don't listen to me, don't come back.
I nearly didn't. If it wasn't for that bell.
But yeah, I have this meditation on my YouTube channel, which I put out at the start. It's the Syrians give this as alchemy. They're masters of alchemy, masters of emotion, masters of integration, and they come up with this formula of inner polarity work, holding paradox. When we hold love and fear, polarities, we hold the neutral point, it transforms, and we create a third point of reference. You could see the third point of reference is the door, the bridge. That it's a new element that we create, a new, like shared, a new dawn, a new consciousness. So this is what we do when we hold in paradox, the love and fear at once. This is polarity work that is beneficial for us. So it's something to kind of go over now and again for yourself. So I hope that helps anyway. Yeah, it's necessary. Thank you, Michelle.
Good. Thank you.
And Nina, if you wanted to share, that'd be okay. If not, that's okay as well. You could type, but yeah, and all is well anyway. There's no pressure with that. I'm just going to tune in because I know we've done it's been quite, we're off with the horses when it comes in this. It's just, we're going, aren't we? We're just like into it. And I'm never trying to rush. It's just, boom, we're moving through this stuff. I want to ask what I have another. Okay. So, because we're in this space and it was kind of brought in to do, we were going to work with the quantum consciousness again, but we're going to do it from a part perspective. Because today's card was about the mirror reflection. I'm going to take you on a quick kind of integration. I'm going to ask your high self to bring to you a part that we can work with in the quantum space, which you're going to merge and you're going to integrate, something that your high self already knows. It'll be a guided meditation again. And then after that, I'll bathe you with energies and you don't have to follow my voice. But we'll do this kind of part quantum integration because there's definitely, they're asking me to bring this in because we're all good for time. There's another half an hour and it was brought in last minute to work with. So we definitely we'll go through the process. So yeah, again, just receiving again in this space, just following guidance, following my voice. My voice will be with you. If you fall to sleep again, it's okay. You've done already amazing work already and a lot of work in this space. So just get comfortable again. And yeah, when I'm eventually say this out loud, eventually I'm going to do some kind of long retreat where I'm bringing this up because I will be getting people to move and shake this off and move and do like if I'm not teaching, if it was a proper retreat, which I feel will be coming next year, which will all be about galactic work, Kundalini work, teaching skills, but also breath work, dance, just like everything to kind of prime us to receive and let go. So now we've got to do a lot of sitting in this room right now and receiving. But for the future, I look forward to doing big retreats, weekend retreats of this kind of work with all the galactic beings and star beings. So I put that out there because I'm birthing it as well. So, and it's not always going to be sitting and receiving. So I invite you to close your eyes, to go inside and to know that all is well. And I want you to just take some nice deep cleansing breaths. Just take some nice deep cleansing breaths. And the work that you're doing is affecting the entire hologram. And really, we're coming to do this. And my guides say, when we're working with a distorted image of yourself, in which you see yourself as maybe ugly or worthless, and you're working with that image, this is a very shamanic way of working. And you feel it, when it shifts, it affects the whole hologram, in a sense, when we're working with this mirror image of ourselves. And I bring this up because of this, having body dysmorphia. What we're going to be doing now is working with an internal mirror of ourselves, whatever we don't like about, whatever part of us would like to come forward. But we're working in a very shamanic way here. We're working with in a quantum way. And, you know, there are parallel selves that are infinite in number, and they have one thing in common, the one consciousness. So when a separated part of the self heals and heals in the timeline, it ripples out through the whole hologram of our consciousness. So this is powerful work, what we're doing today, and always is. We're actually going to go into a space beyond time and space, shifting a pattern, and then ripples out through all timelines and all aspects of your consciousness. So we're really stepping into the quantum now. So we're going to do an exercise to learn how to navigate this realm and work in this quantum way, this mirror image way. Whatever image is in the mirror in front of you, it steps forward out of the mirror in your presence. Just let the connection between your hearts, let the connection between your hearts bring you closer to each other, because this is just going to be another part of you that wants integrating. That's all this is. And just open your arms, you embrace, and as if the very cells and subatomic particles are mixing, so that you are becoming one with the part of you, the being that is there. And as soon as if you're standing, embracing yourself, and I'm going to take you through this process now. So we're going to be working with this internal mirror. We're going to be integrating a part. So just be in this space. And I just want you to feel the sensation of speed moving you away from this experience that you're in now. And you're beginning to slow down. You get a sense of speeding away, but you're now getting the sense of beginning to slow down. Your higher self is guiding you, your consciousness is guiding you here. There is a fog, but it begins to dissipate. You see, feel, experience, and sense the fog dissipated. And now you're aware of the smaller body, the small you in this great consciousness. Just want you to feel. I want your higher self to bring you to a mirror. Now the fog dissipates. Within this fog there is a mirror. When you stop and look into that mirror, and you see a being, another part of you, You look into the mirror and you're confronted with another aspect of you, another part of you. Whatever image is in this quantum mirror, it steps forward out of the mirror now in your presence. Let the connection between your hearts, let the connection between your hearts bring you closer to each other as you see this reflection in the mirror. And it stepped out of the mirror. Let the connections between your hearts, let the connection between hearts bring you closer to each other now. Opening your arms, and I want you to embrace, and as if there's the very cells and subatomic particles are mixing together as this being merges with you now. That you are becoming one being. And it's soon as if you're standing and embracing yourself. Just integrating now, whatever part, whatever being, whatever's wanting to merge with you now. Just integrating that now. Just embracing whatever part of you turned up within this mirror, and just integrating all into your cells, into your being now. And now take you just through a quick exercise from moving into the quantum to connecting with the mirror to integrating whatever wanted to come through for you. This is a simple exercise. I want you to now begin to feel the sensation of speed, moving you away from this experience. And your being is just moving away with speed, moving away from the experience. You begin to slow down and the fog begins to dissipate. Yet again, you're aware of the smaller body, the smaller you. It's time to come back to your body right now. It's time to come back to this now. But I want you to stay in this space of integration. I'm going to start to bring through the rejuvenating energies, the dragon energies to rejuvenate your systems. Just calling you back. And I'm going to bring through activating the Golden Naga prosperity frequencies to work with you around prosperity, coming up from the earth, filling you up with golden prosperity energy. Coming up, asking the Golden Naga prosperity energy to work with you now. And I'm asking the yellow-green Arcturian flying dragon to increase whatever your intention is to increase in your life, whether it be health or wealth, money, abundance, prosperity. Just set that intention now. Whatever you want to focus on, asking the Arcturian yellow-green dragon, increasing dragon, just hold that intention to bring through rejuvenating energies into your system. Still running the Golden Naga frequencies of prosperity, and also running the Arcturian dragon frequencies in correlation of increasing. I'm also asking in correlation the Arcturian neural net frequency to bring through liquid gold like rain into your nervous system to support you with energies of rejuvenation right here, right now. So you just receive these transmissions now to restore your systems. Also asking the orange-red Arcturian flying dragon now to bring in and magnetize. What are your desires? What are your dreams? What do you want to manifest? Feel it in your mind's eye. See it in your mind's eye. Asking the Arcturian orange-red flying dragon to bring magnetizing energy to your desires, to your timelines, to your dreams. They're still asking the Golden Naga prosperity frequency to work with your entire being. To bring in yin-yang balance into your centers. You're doing really well, just receiving. Yeah. Just see in your mind's eye. Feel, experience what it is that you want to dream in, what you want to birth in this new consciousness, in new earth. What are your desires, what are your dreams, what are your manifestations? Feel and experience them now. Please show me the directional spin for this group to easily, gracefully, to manifest their desires, dreams in the most graceful way. Please show me a directional spin. speed up in that direction maximally. Stabilize at that speed permanently. Release this now. Still asking the arcturian neural net frequency to work with the group to bring in restoration for your nervous system. Still asking the arcturian yellow green increasing frequencies to still work with you, and a magnetizing frequency to work with your desires and dreams. Please bring the energy and information. Please bring the information for this group to manifest their soul's desires, to activate their blueprints, to activate their purpose. Gonna integrate, activate, unpack that now. Still receiving these transmissions. Still transmitting these frequencies to you now. Just receiving. Just start receiving. Just bringing in for the final moments the Arcturian white gold supreme dragon to work with your dreams, desires, to assist you in your evolution. Asking the Golden Naga beings to still work with you, prosperity. Asking the Arcturian neural net frequency to bring in rejuvenation to your system. Still calling in these frequencies to work with you, just receiving. Just receiving. And now I'm just going to ask the Arcturian dimensional bridge frequency to bring in integration for your systems around all the work that you've done today and received. Just asking the Arcturian dimensional bridge to integrate your systems. Just asking the earth elements to take away anything that's not meant to be here into the floor, into the ground. Aligning you all to your centers. And now I'd like you to just call yourselves back just to receiving this top up, receiving these energies at this time, just to restore and bring renewal, just to bring energy in. I'm just going to call you back now with the bell. I know it's a pain in the ass, but it brings us back into the now moment. So just calling people back. I just wanted to, I know we're coming on to 9 o'clock. It's been quite, we've gone full on. So I just want to see where we are right now. And Bernadette, what's your number now?
0.
Great. And what's your, is yours, Janet, 0 or 1?
0, and they showed me the 0.
That's great.
So,
Everyone's 0. That's a good place. The 0 point field is no good or bad. It's just a neutral space between all of this and everything. How is everyone feeling right now? Are we good?
oh, brilliant. I have to tell you this because it'll make you all smile, but I was on one of the dragons and I'm going, waving my hands going, I'm so happy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. Oh,
and Michelle, you okay? You good? You don't have to speak, it's all good.
Yeah, no, I was just unmuting myself. No, wonderful. I really felt the merging in my my higher heart here at the top. I could feel that, and it expanded, and it's massive now.
wow.
Yeah, it's like, wow. Yeah, it really feels like I'm 3 times as big as I was.
It's good.
In a nice way. I'm expanded.
Yeah. All that fear keeps us small in darkness. We can expand ourselves again, again and again. So yeah, it's great. Awesome. And Menina, are you well? All is well. That's the main thing. We're all good. What I will do is I will send recordings so you've got these practices to go over. Energy, use it as an energy tool anyway. If you wanted to, you could get a theme of fear and run it through again. It'd just be a different experience because there is no space. It's just in the now. So at the perfect time, you could run another fear program that you've got through this again, and it do exactly the same thing because we're working in a quantum way. So just allow yourself to do that if needed. But the main thing is just obviously after this, see what comes up in your dreams. Sometimes we process, sometimes insights come. Allow yourselves to drink water, put your feet on the ground. If you need anything, I'm here. Allow yourselves to to take what you need to take care of yourselves in these times. So the main thing, you're all well and you feel better than when you did when you come in.
Thank you so much, James. That was amazing. All of it was amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just let me know how you get
Thank you,
it.
James, and everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Nina. Just let me know how you get it. If it was fears of things that you didn't want to do and now you're doing them, I'd love to hear feedback of your proof is the pudding. What does it feel like for you in the world now after you've let some of this go? And maybe there's some other things to let go of, and that may emerge. Remember, every time you do this, you're further along the healing spiral. So you may move forward, but some other stuff may come up, and that's okay. We're just doing what we can with what we know are aware of right now. That's the main thing. You've let that go, and it's done. So, but thank you all. Blessings as always. I look forward to sharing more services. I'd love to hear feedback of what you would all like, what you need support with. Yeah, I'm always open to putting things bespoke and putting things on that people resonate with. So always grateful for feedback and things, anything really, whether it be activations, ancestral work, more work with dragons, more work, you know, connect, you know, galactic work, whatever, you know, different themes. I'm always open to, you know, knowing what people want. So always a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I think I'd love some more work with the galactics. I've got this piercing noise in my left ear.
That's interesting. A vibration, a tone, an inner tone, and there's normally a being or energy or just universal tone. So I worked on the eardrums as well, so we can probably be some things come through in more inner hearing. If you, I shared this at the last workshop. More spiritual beings have inner tones, inner noises that you can hear. When you start to tap into that, when you hear these tones come through, you hear the experiences. There are beings around you that have sounds, and there's different sounds around that. So that's just higher astral and different astral planes that you're tapping into, and different, deeper clair hearing, clairvoyance, clairsentience. You know, so you're deepening your awareness of what's going on. So, but anyways, on that note, I will let you go. You've all sat here and listened to me enough. And I will put forward, send to me more work with the galactics and more different, I'm open to doing more of this work. So feedback is great. I'm looking to put some services on over the next coming months, and yeah, look out for those. And I'll be offering more of these groups. And as always, this is my joy and what I love to do. So thank you for supporting, and deep gratitude for the work. Much love.
Thank you, James. Thank you so much, James.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye. Take